Hey everyone, this is Jen. This is me, 143. If you don't have a friend, you have one now. I'm here to bring you my special guest. Today is Brittany. Brittany is 20 years old from the Columbus area, and I brought her on today because I think she's a very, very special person. Brittany is currently in nursing school, and she currently works at a local hospital here as a PCA. Brittany, in her time, how long have you been working there?
About 3 years now.
Almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And Brittany went to a technical school here in our area for her last 2 years of high school. And then she decided to pursue a career in nursing. With that, she started working at nursing homes when she was in high school and then went on to the local hospital where she's a current PCA with the cardiac floor. And so, anyways, so one of the special reasons why I brought Brittany on is because I think that in the time that she's been there, she's won a few of, they call them Angel Awards. Angel Awards is when a patient or a patient's family will write a nice referral about you, and then they'll also donate money to the hospital in your honor due to the care that was given. Another reason why I brought Brittany on is because it's one thing to do a job, but it's another thing to go up and beyond the call of your job and to actually do something to help people or to make them feel special. So, in knowing Brittany for many, many years,
Well, I mean, you did give birth to me,
yes,
so
she is also my daughter. So, but anyway, so in knowing her and knowing the work that she's done at nursing homes, especially with Alzheimer's patients and the regular patients in hospitals, she has displayed an amazing set of skills that I believe can't be taught and are the epitome of something that is unconditional love and something that I am passionate about because I feel that this is something that we can always extend to other people in need. So, Brittany, when I know one of the stories that you used to tell even when you were in the nursing home was about how a lot of families used to work on with Alzheimer's patients, right?
mm-hmm.
And so a lot of the families afterwards would talk to you and thank you because you would specifically talk to the family members, where a lot of people that were working there would technically just not listen to their same stories one after the other and so forth, but you would actually listen to them and engage them. Um, what was some of the reasons why you would do that? I mean, what
Well, I mean, they're there. Their family put them there because they trust us to take care of them.
mm-hmm.
So when I was working there, we would, get them on a regular schedule. Even like they were all in different stages of Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, every shift I would hear the same things, but they're still humans.
Right.
Like, you should talk to them like they're still humans. Like, it's your own grandma or grandpa. People that I worked with, they just were there to work and get money. Like, they just were like, oh, be quiet. Like, I would listen and, just if they asked me the same thing, like, what's today? I would tell them it's Wednesday. Even if they say it every 5 minutes, I still tell them it's Wednesday because
Right.
they can't help it. And I care for them, so.
Well, it makes them feel human.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them feel like, even though they are in that situation or that stage of their life, they're still human and they're still, they still have feelings whether they remember it 5 minutes from now or not. At least you stepped outside of I'm collecting a paycheck to, I'm just going to be a human being to this person. And I think that's so important, especially in the healthcare field where you can get burnt out easily. Um, it's just an important reminder to know that yeah, shifts may be tough, but those are temporary moments. Um, there was a couple instances recently where you were saying that families at where you're currently at
Mm-hmm.
Also were very thankful. Even some of the patients and so forth, were more attentive. I know that going into everyday shift can be challenging, and especially at your young age, you're 20 years old, and that's a lot to put on somebody when you see life and you see death and you see pain and so forth. How do you what triggers you or what helps you change that mindset when you walk in, or if you start out maybe having a bad day, to then focus on the patient?
Well, if I'm having a bad day, like usually when I walk in, I still walk in with a smile. People say fake it till you make it, but just taking care of people and helping them, like that makes my day. And then just the compliments they give me. Like recently, I had a patient that was in the hospital for like a couple weeks, and she was probably in her 40s. And I only work on weekends due to school, and I only had her this one day, and her husband actually thanked me after my shift, saying that I was the best like staff member that she's had this whole stay, just due to my kindness and like doing anything to help her. So I mean, just smile through anything, because you're gonna see a lot of stuff, so you just have to kind of blank that out and just smile and treat people with kindness.
And another thing I noticed too is when you have shifts, and again in the position that you're in, they get a lot of patients that come in, and Brittany does a lot of where she has to do sponge baths and see people when they're in very, very vulnerable positions, and being able to, look past, some of the unpleasantries, of fluids and so forth, not to get too graphic, but to not make them feel uncomfortable, to make them feel that we're all kind of like we're all in this together. And the last thing somebody wants to do is when they're feeling sick or hurt or whatever, is to feel embarrassed. And I think that that's one of your positive attributes, is that you have that ability to make people feel comfortable and to trust you, and be able to open up in very, very vulnerable situations, which is also what makes you a valuable asset to just people in general, because that when you're treating people a certain way, when you work with them, or when you have to work for them, or you collect a paycheck basically at a job, you're treating people that way when you're collecting a paycheck. But when you're walking outside of that area, when you're in regular life, you're also treating people that way. You're treating them with kindness. You're treating them with respect. And I've known over the years, you've been very good at that, and you've been very, good at, helping people, or, there's different circumstances where people were in embarrassing situations, and you help them through that, and just, shown just a great amount of kindness. And, so I think that's why it's important to have, you, especially a young person on here, showing that, kindness and unconditional love can start at any age. And what you give to other people will come back and will help, spread contagious, you're in the healthcare field, spread contagious amongst other people and so forth. So what are your thoughts on outside of work, and how how you treat other people? Do you see a difference in when you go to restaurants, or or is that just kind of the way you are?
I mean, that's just how I am. I always, like, even if I'm at Starbucks grabbing a coffee, I always, smile and thank them, because, they're at work. Nobody, like, they're the ones, I don't know how to word it, but.
Yeah, no, you're right. They're the ones that are working with the public,
Yes.
which is not always easy.
It's not.
By far, that is probably one of the hardest things to do, is work with the public, and because you never know what somebody's going through that day, and, the way that you react is, can either make their day better or can make it worse. So,
I don't know, no matter the situation, like, wherever you go, you should always just treat people with kindness. Because even if they're giving you negative energy, they're going to remember that you gave them positive energy.
Mm-hmm. And so, you as a person, so Brittany as a person, who do you think Brittany is at the age of 20? Because granted, when what you think you are at the age of 20 is going to change at the age of 30, and change at the age of 40. So when you're at 20, do you think that you've grown a lot from when you were, say, 16?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so, and what do you think had a lot to do with that? Do you think it was school?
It was school, and then like my mental status has gone up, so I'm not like depressed anymore. Like I'm very happy. I have a great life. I have a great partner. And I'm just looking forward to getting my license and traveling and all that, and I'm just staying positive. So I mean, I think I'm way more positive. I've grown for a 20-year-old. I mean, I'm very mature. I can say that.
Right. Well, I think your ambitions and so forth have helped you do that. And seeing, again, you started out in nursing homes and then went to hospitals, and that's a wide age range. Anybody can come into the hospital. But then also, like, one of Brittany's first jobs was when she worked at a store where they had a meat counter, and she worked behind the meat counter. And due to one of the classes that she took in high school, which was sign language, I always love this story. So Brittany was one of the youngest people that worked in this butcher's shop, basically at the meats counter. And one of the most valuable things that she was able to show to that company was when you had how many, like 2 or 3 deaf customers come in, and people don't realize that, first of all, a lot of people don't realize that, there are deaf people out there. There's plenty of them. But Brittany, because of what she had learned in school, was able to communicate with these people, with these customers, and it changed their day. It changed their world. They would come in with the days that she would work, and she would be able to do sign language, for them. And that right there increased their value of not only the company, but her fellow employees who were all older than her saw a whole new value in her, because she was able to show a skill and then make somebody with a disability feel loved, feel, quote unquote normal, or like, the rest of us, or the rest of the community that could hear, for one period of their life where they went to a store, they were able to feel like everybody else that was ordering steaks and or whatever they were ordering for their barbecue. And that's an amazing feeling for somebody, especially when they're going through challenges like that in their life. So I think it's always important to pick up on extra skills, or grow as a person, so that you can just be a blessing to other people. You've been a great blessing to other people, and I think that that's an amazing thing. And I think that that's something that needs to just spread, which is why we're doing these. We're doing these videos to spread the word out there that you don't have to all be the same. You can all be different and do just amazing things in this world. And you're important, and that's our shirts, "This is me," because we're all different and we're all growing. And you can be anything you want in this world, but why not be the best version of you and to continue to grow? And like I said, Brittany's 20, but when she's 30, she's going to have a whole new set of things that she wants to do, or grow as a person, or she's things are going to open up. Maybe she'll be married or have kids, and then be teaching her kids the same set of values and ethics. And then it'll continue to grow on and grow on. But hopefully before that period, she's touching as many lives as she can, with not only at work, but at school, and throughout the whole area in which she's whether she goes shopping or Starbucks or whatever you like to do. So anyways, but thank you so much for telling us your story, and thank you so much for being a blessing to everyone. Please let Brittany inspire you. Please be inspired by this. Please share, subscribe. We'll have more great guests on. If you'd like to be a guest, reach out. We'd love to have you on. And if you, the website will be up, and you can order the "This Is Me" 143 t-shirts. 143 is on the back. And then also the definition of Unconditional Love book is also on there. So thank you. Appreciate you stopping in, and we look forward to seeing you again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.